being innovative, being creative is not difficult. We just make it sound like it's hard sometimes.
Great content and just finished up wonderfully.
Hi, I'm Jeff Havens, excited to talk to you about Uncrapify your future. Most innovation keynotes begin by telling you that the world is changing faster than ever before, and you better come up with something big pretty soon or else you're going to get left behind. And if you want that kind of fear-based messaging, then go find somebody else. But if you want your attendees to understand that innovation is easy and that they already have all the skills necessary in order to do it, then Uncrapify your future is for you. We are going to outline the three-step process that every innovation in every industry has followed from the beginning of time. It is not complicated, it is not rocket science, and by the end of our time together, people are going to be excited about coming up with new ideas. Plus, it's hilarious, and that never hurt anything. And everyone is going to receive a copy of this book, Innovation Made Simple, which will reinforce the main points of the presentation once everything is over. So it's going to be fun, it is useful, it is awesome, and I am very excited about the opportunity of speaking with you.
Every innovation begins with a question. That is always, always, always true. That question can have one of two focuses. It can be an attempt to solve an existing problem or an attempt to exploit a potential opportunity. But you don't even need to know which approach you're taking. You just need to have a question. Coffee cup holders. How can I keep from burning the crap out of myself when drinking coffee out of a paper cup? The Marshall Plan. How can we prevent the mistakes of the Versailles Treaty and prevent the possibility of World War III? Reality television. Do you think people would enjoy making fun of idiots in hot tubs? If, by any miracle, you honestly can't think of a single question to get you started, I've got 11 of them for you right now. What are some interesting things our competitors are doing that we should maybe copy? If our core business suddenly stopped making money, how else might we generate revenue? Why do we do things the way we do them, and might there be a better way? I'm positive that you guys have thought of some of those questions before, and I'm also positive that you guys have questions that I didn't just mention, which means you're already innovating. You're already in this process, and you will continue to be innovating. You will continue to be creative as long as questions continue to occur to you.
Jeff was able to blend humor with real solid lessons, so the laughter and the learning packaged together was just an outstanding presentation.
Finding the time to think about the answers we are looking for, this is the heart of innovation, and it really is this easy. If you find the time, the answers will come. They always do. It's not because we can't think. It's not because we're not smart. We are very smart. You guys are extremely intelligent. It's because we have lied to ourselves. All of us honestly believe that we are masters of multitasking, that we can do 2 or 3 or 5 things all at the same time. We brag about it, and we're lying to ourselves. When we are working on one thing and get interrupted, we stop working on this thing, we do this thing, and then we return to the first thing. We do not do them both at once. The only exception to this rule, the only instances in which our brains are capable of 2 mental activities at the same time is when one of those activities requires so little thought that our brains are able to go on autopilot. Long walks, certain types of exercise, monotonous car trips where you already know the route and don't have to think about where you're going. Incidentally, most of the best places that your best ideas come to you. In these moments, we engage a piece of our brain called the anterior cingulate cortex, which basically is responsible for taking over the process of paying attention to the world for us so that we don't get surprised by a predator or something while we're otherwise mentally engaged. This is the part of your brain that allows you to stay on the road when you are driving and daydreaming. And I know you've been there and you've snapped out of it and you've just driven 10 miles that you do not remember. This is the part of your brain that allows you to continue showering yourself while you're daydreaming. And I know you've snapped out of that and you've had to ask yourself, did I actually use shampoo? You've been there. I have too. If you want to speed up, if you really want your ideas to come faster and better, and you want to blow past your competition because you're more innovative, you're more creative than they are, you first have to slow down. I know that seems like a contradiction, but it's the truth, because your best ideas are going to come to you in idle moments or in messy, meandering conversations with others that allow you to start fleshing out your thoughts. Basically, all I'm asking you in this step right here is, which would you prefer? To only do what other people say you should do, or to occasionally do what you think should be done, and better yet, convince others that what you think should be done and get them to do it too? This is one of the most fundamental pleasures of human existence, persuading other people that our ideas are right. And you know why I know that? Because I am married. This process, you've done this a million times in your life. Problems come up, opportunities come up. Should we move for a job? What do we do about the kids and schoolwork? You have these questions come up, and then you have conversations. I know you do. You sit at your kitchen table, you sit up in bed when your kids are asleep, hashing things out. You come up with a strategy. You execute the strategy. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, you revisit the conversation. You have a new idea come out of it, and you execute that. You've done this forever, and it's no different at home than it is at work. The only thing keeping you from your next big idea is whether or not you take the time it will require in order for you to find the good answers to those questions to then move you forward. Ask, think, do, repeat. That is all this is. That's all it ever has been. It's never been complicated, and every single one of you knows how to do this and has been doing it your entire life. Those companies which fail to evolve, adapt, and innovate are the ones that we all eventually make fun of, like Blockbuster. Did you know that they actually had the opportunity to purchase Netflix back when Netflix was still a small company, but they chose not to, apparently believing that this whole watching movies at home without leaving the house thing was just a fad? And that's the reason that the only decent use for your Blockbuster card today is breaking into poorly secured homes. So this is why I need you to pay attention, all right? I don't want this to be you.